international conference láwàyé o òní náà ń ṣe lecture lórí bàbá wa kábíyèsí ọba His Imperial Majesty ọba Senator Rasheed Adewolu Ladoja international conference ló ti ń ṣe o. International conference láwàyé o fún ayẹyẹ bàbá wa kábíyèsí o. International conference.
Over is a lecture 60 to 70 pages. Ìtàpá òpùká pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run. Ntẹ́rì lẹ́nì yóò ju 70 pages lọ. But ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. A prolific writer, a distinguished lecturer, gbogbo rẹ̀ kò ní jẹ́ ojú wákàtí kan lọ. Kọ́lọ́run kó jọ bá a ṣe ń gbé Olúbàdàn wa lárugẹ. Gbogbo ìrètí wa fún Olúbàdàn náà Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó já sí pàbó. Ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan tèmi kábíyèsí bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, kábíyèsí Ìbàdàn has been expecting you. Ìbàdàn is expecting so much from your reign. And ọkàn mi balẹ̀ pé àwọn tá a ti jọ ń sọ àjẹ́ndà Olúbàdàn fún Ìbàdàn Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kó lè múṣẹ. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín, mo kí yín káàbọ̀. Ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó so èso rere lọ́kàn wa. Àti mo mọ̀ wípé a rí nǹkan mú lọlé. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo kí àwọn bàbá wa torí kò tí ẹ̀ ṣe protocol. Àwọn olóyè àgbà wà níbí. Members of the Olubadan Advisory Council. Tí àwọn náà ó gbéṣẹ́ lọ sókè tó Olúbàdàn bá ti gbadé tán. Àpò Olúbàdàn kan bá ti jẹ láìrẹ̀ vacancy wà ńbẹ̀. Láìkejì ẹni tó kúrò ńbẹ̀ vacancy náà wà. Olóyè àgbà Aṣípa Olúbàdàn Ọba Abíọ́dún Kọ́ládàísí ẹ kú ìjókòó. Orí ọkàn kè o. Ọba Abdulhakeem Adéwọyìn àwọn ni ẹ̀kẹrin balógun bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Tí kábíyèsí bá gbadé tán ọba Kọ́ládàísí yóò di òsì Olúbàdàn. A kù gbésẹ̀ kan láti dókè. Ọba Adéwọyìn àwọn ó di Aṣípa balógun. Okay.
Wọ́n ti mú ògùn gbàtọ̀ lápùlẹ̀ yìí.
Àwọn ọ̀tún ló kàn. Ẹ tó kúrò láyé nǹkan, ókè ẹ ti fílẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, ókè. Ó dáa, orí ó kànkè náà lásọ fún yín. àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn pọ̀ bí tí mo rò pé protocol officer yóò lè recognize wọn. Mo kí gbogbo yín, ẹ ṣé, Ìbàdàn kí yín, Ìbàdàn kí yín, ẹ ṣé, mo dúpẹ́ o. Ẹ bá fún ààrẹ máyégún ilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn olóyè Mustapha Adébáyọ̀ Yẹ̀rú látẹ̀wọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀kan sí i. Ìgbà tí mo bá kábíyèsí sọ̀rọ̀ tí àwa alukoro ẹgbẹ́ alukoro tí a lọ kí wọn, wọ́n wá fà mí sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́, wọ́n ní alága ayé Adébáyọ̀ Yẹ̀rú Ọlọ́run ló fi Oyèrò dá Ìbàdàn lọ́lá. Wọ́n ní ọpọlọ pípé púpọ̀ púpọ̀, wọ́n sì mọ bí wọ́n ṣe máa darí ẹgbẹ́. Former President General Central Council of Ibadan, Chief Mustapha Adébáyọ̀ Yẹ̀rú, thank you so much for all you have done and still doing so well for Ibadan land. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me also recognize another worthy son of Ibadan land, former Dean Faculty of Law, University of Ibadan, now Vice Chancellor, Coronation University, Ibadan, Professor Adewolu Olatubosun. You are most welcome, sir. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo àwọn mọ́gàjí ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá wà, gbogbo mọ́gàjí ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá wà, ẹ bá mi fara hàn lé, gbogbo mọ́gàjí ilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá wà. Yóò ṣòro fún mi kí n tó máa kárúkọ ilé kẹ̀ọ̀kan, ẹ dákun, ẹ má bínú. Ẹ bá ṣe kára lé fún àmọ́gàjí o. Ẹ bá ṣe kára lé fún àmọ́gàjí o. Ẹ bá ṣe kára lé fún àmọ́gàjí o. Ẹ ṣeun. That I invite His Royal Majesty Ashiba Olubadan of Ibadan land and Ose Olubadan of Ibadan land's designate and the chairman of this momentous occasion, His Royal Majesty Oba Abiodun Koladasi, for the chairman's opening remarks. Kábíyèsí o. Ẹ bá ń ṣe kábíyèsí o.
Mo kí gbogbo ní ẹ káàárọ̀ o, ẹ kú dìde, ẹ dẹ̀ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká congratulate ara wa ní àsìkò tá a wà yìí. Ọba tuntun tó ń bọ̀, ó ń gbé ìrètí bọ̀, ó dẹ̀ ń gbé ìdàgbàsókè pọ̀ fún Ìbàdàn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká congratulate ara ká ṣe kára wa pé congratulations fún Olúbàdàn wa tó ń bọ̀. Ẹ ṣé o, a kú oríire náà o, wọ́n á tẹ̀lé o pẹ́. Èyí tá à ń ṣe lédè wọ́n yẹ sọ àkọ́kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀mí, àárírú ẹ̀rí. Ìbàdàn náà lára ẹ̀sìn máa ń nírò bàbá yìí. Èyí táwa ṣe rí, a máa ṣe ń Ìbàdàn. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ kọmitì tó organize lè pé ẹ ṣe púpọ̀, ẹ dẹ̀ máa rí ṣe bá ṣe ń ṣe lọ. Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ kí ká máa gbọ̀rọ̀ sí bí Ìbàdàn ṣe ń gbòòrò lọ. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ welcome guest lecturer wa. Ẹ kú dìde, kò sígbà tá a máa pè yín, ọmọ wa ní ẹ̀dùnmí, so kò sígbà tá a máa pè yín tẹ̀lé dá wa lóhùn. Ẹ káàbọ̀. Mo fẹ́ highlight kankan.
And the certainty that it was to be the turn of His Imperial Majesty, Senator Rasheed Ladoja, to ascend the exalted throne of Olubadan. The dream of redefining the status of Olubadan from perception to ascension, from being a mere custodian of tradition to that of a rain box of modernity and development, verged on reality. And there were many factors that pointed in this direction. Here is a king that was born in 1994 to become the 44th Olubadan in the recorded history of modern Ibadan land. So from my station in the UK as a guest of the British Academy, I shared my thoughts with Baba Oyeru on what we will need to do differently this time around to showcase the intellectual profile of Ibadan land. Of the several programs discussed with Baba Oyeru, an international coronation lecture, which we are having today, the first of its kind in the history of this city, came on top. It is expected to focus, using hitherto unknown or poorly known facts, on the evolution of Ibadan land as a power hub in all spheres of the communal life of a megapolis, namely military, economic, women empowerment, strategic thinking, which some have naively called Ibaraloma or Malayipo. So that Layipo will be explained to us today by Professor Falola. So this new vision for a true portrait and portrayal of Ibadan is the first step towards correcting the wrong image of Ibadan and the uncharitable characterization of its genetic hospitality as a welcome post for the lazy and the feeble-minded, which finds expression in such statements as Ibadan Gule, Ogbole, Koribeo. This is the narrative we are set to change. So once the Kabiyesi endorsed the various items of the vision, getting the right hands to drive it became easy, given the galaxy of high-profile indigenes of the city who have excelled in various aspects of intellectualism and professionalism. Chief Dr. Mrs. Mojisola Ladipo MNI, the quintessential university administrator. Professor Oladipo, please. Yes, I can give her professor today. Stand for recognition. An applause for her, please. Professor Akin Alao, please stand for recognition, please. Alhaji Isaka Adio for recognition, please. Dr. Wasi Olairuwaju is in the engine room somewhere there. It's recognized as well. And Dr. Mansurat Alaga, I used to call her the real Alaga. I'm only Alaga Fidihe. So Dr. Mansurat, you're welcome. So Tuji Mohammed, who has been the anchor person, became our secretary. Our choice of the first lecturer for the event was informed by the imperative of history and reality. Of course, we have several other programs that we have in the pipeline. We hope the Niger Delta will not bust our pipeline. Yes, he wanted somebody, a full-blooded Ibadan boy from paternal, maternal, and village side. So we got one in whom we call him Iwi Odiaje, Alijanu Ojagbo, Omoko Abago, Iyare Ilepo. We also wanted one who is Ibadan plus, that is, one with our chieftaincy titles. So we located Bobakuto of Ibadan, so conferred in 2014, and the Agbakin Kushela Ibadan in 2022. And of course, recently, he became the Malaika Oluyole. That is the title of his latest book. And that is Professor Toyin Omaniyi Abiodun Falola. A round of applause for him, please. With over 200 books, scores of keynote lectures and chapters and books, scores of book reviews, in fact, a CV of about 120 pages, in which the name Ibadan features in not less than 87 places as of August. Now that CV is now obsolete because we are now in September. He has added a few more things. So who can beat that? So on August 5 this year, our committee agreed on the lecture topic, namely Ibadan in history, issues in tradition and modernity. It was to be delivered in about 44 minutes to tally with the year of birth and sequence of the Kabiyesi as the 44th Olubadan. The manuscript was also not to be more than 40 pages. But given the wonder kid and enigma that he is, Professor Falola, between August 6, 2025, when he was informed, and 16th of this month, He had written a 400 pages book. I think he deserves an applause for that. With the same lecture title to be dedicated to His Imperial Majesty Oba Rasheed Adewolu Ladoja. This is the first of such a feat by any international academic. According to a recent survey, 2 out of the 10 are full-blooded Ibadan children, namely Mama Bolanle Awe and Toyin Falola. The third one, Toyin Asojo, schooled at the International School Ibadan, and she was the daughter of a chief lab scientist. So Ibadan can claim to be 30% of the best 10 Africans in the world today. So 20% of the most outstanding African intellectuals in 2024 are Ibadan children. And our Coronation lecturer told me that we shall religiously pursue our other record-breaking programs in honor of our revered Kabiyesi, Ọba Kabiyesi, Arosamaru Tishe, Adewolu, Alaapelu, Alaipelu. Thank you very much.
Alága ní ká máa rú ẹ̀ kiri. Ọmọ olúbo àdáyé. Ọmọ àrùsàmọ́rù ti ṣẹ́. Ẹgbẹ́ wa ń kọ́ bí láàrin ìlú nípẹ̀ níbo lẹ wà.
Mo kí gbogbo wa wá kú ìjókòó. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí o. The principal officers of the University of Ibadan, because the entire principal officers are here. Deputy Vice Chancellor,
will usher in an era of unprecedented progress, unity, and development of Ibadan land. Kábíyèsí o. The choice of this topic, the topic of this lecture, Ibadan history, the issues in modernity and tradition, is not only apt but deeply insightful. It compels us to engage in a necessary introspection about the soul of our city. Ibadan is a paradox. It's a historical enigma. It is a city that is forged in the fires of the 19th century warfare, a military camp that evolved into a political and economic powerhouse. It is a city of fierce individualism, but yet a profound sense of communal loyalty. It is a city that has produced a galaxy of Nigeria's first generation intellectuals, pioneers, and leaders, many of whom were nurtured right here at the University of Ibadan. This city, our city, now stands at the crossroads of the 21st century. It is grappling with the relentless times of modernity, urban sprawl, technological disruption, evolving social norms and pressures of a burgeoning population. How do we navigate this complex terrain? How do we build a mega city of the future without erasing the unique cultural identity and traditional structures that have been a bedrock of our society for centuries? How do we ensure that progress does not come at the expense of our heritage? I'm sure that these are critical questions that our lecture today will seek to interrogate. And there is no more eminently qualified to lead the intellectual expedition than our lecturer, Professor Toyin Falola, a son of the soil. A global academic icon, a celebrated historian, and a public intellectual of the highest order. Professor Falola has devoted his life to studying and interpreting the African condition. His prolific writings have illuminated our complexities of the past as well as the present. To have him cast his scholarly gaze specifically on Ibadan is a very rare privilege. We are set for a master class
in historical analysis, and I anticipate that a lecture that will not only educate but also provoke the necessary conversation about our future. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for the city's challenges and to partner with the traditional institution under the Imperial Majesty's leadership to preserve all that is noble in our traditions while boldly embracing innovation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the discourse between modernity and tradition is not a battle to be won, it is a balance to be struck. Tradition provides the anchor of our identity, the compass of our values, and the continuity of our community. Modernity provides the tools for development, the opportunities for growth, and the gateway for the future. The wisdom lies in knowing what to preserve, what to adapt, and what to leave behind. It is my earnest hope that the insights from Professor Falola's lecture today will serve as a guiding light in the new era of the Imperial Majesty's reign and for continued evolution of our beloved Ibadan. Before I close, let me thank the Olubadan Council, the Olubadan as well as the Olubadan Council, for granting a piece of land in 1948. That piece of land is approximately 1,550 hectares of land. And that is where the University of Ibadan was situated. It was granted to us for a lease for 999 years. And for only 1 guinea, 1 pound, 1 shilling, and 1 bottle of Bowls aromatic sugars. I thank you for this. Ìgbóni ìyàwó ìdáná ẹ̀bà ní padà fún wa. Àgbàlẹ̀ wa padà sí ìlú yóò. Mọ́gàjí wa ní ìlú ẹ̀. Vice Chancellor wa. Ọmọdé ìta ọ̀pọ̀ nísàlẹ̀ ìwòsàn ni wọ́n. Ẹ bá fún wọn láti gba ìjọba ẹ̀kọ́ sí. Kí a tó máa bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ síwájú sí. Hello.
Yorùbá olùsílẹ̀ atúnfẹnu wí àpótí alákàrà kan rí àwọ̀ tí èsè ló ń bù yín lára ìwà tí ẹ wù ló ń bà yín lẹ́rù amúnisìn wí amúnisìn sọ amúnitòkèlè bọ́ mú ń bàbá wọn àbùkù aláṣejù ó tẹ́.
ọmọdé tó fi ìrókò ọdẹ pẹran mojúbà bí ọmọ ìṣòwò tó rọ sọ́jà tó má jẹ wálé ìbà onílé yìí mo kanlẹ̀kùn kílẹ̀kùn má gbá mi lójú ẹni ráyé fín ní jẹgba wọn mojúbà ilé mo sì júbà ìta gbangba ọ̀dẹ̀ kò ṣeé rí fín ẹni bá rí wọn fín a máa ràn mọ́ kiri ìta mojúbà lónìí o ẹ̀kúnlé mojúbà o mo ṣe ìbà bí mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìwé nìyẹn mojúbà gbogbo yín o mojúbà yín ẹ̀kúnlé o. Fún kábíyèsí mo fẹ́ kọrin kékeré fún wọn kẹ́ bá mi gbé o àti móyè yìí jẹ ó di kóró àti móyè yìí jẹ kóró àti móyè yìí jẹ ó di kòró àti móyè yìí jẹ ó di kóró ẹ kọrin fún kábíyèsí àti móyè yìí jẹ ó di kóró àti móyè yìí jẹ ó di kòró. Èyí náà tó ń tiwa èyí náà tó ń tiwa àwa la ní Ìbàdàn títí tó fi kókò mọ̀ṣọ́ èyí náà tó ń tiwa. Kábíyèsí ní àwọn fẹ́ Ìbàdàn state ní ìwé yẹn wọ́n bá wọn kírètì máàpù Ìbàdàn state tí kábíyèsí Ládọjà láwọn fẹ́ bí state yẹn á ṣe rí rèé. Òun la fi ṣe máàpù ìwé o. I want to shock you. I want to start the lecture with a shock. Nigeria obtained its independence in 1960, and we have been struggling for development. And I want to use Ibadan to illustrate how in the past our societies move rapidly towards development. In 1829, when they moved here in large numbers, becoming 40 years later, one of the biggest polity in West Africa. When they came with, and this is from historical studies that many of you may not know, they came in a hurry. And the first thing they needed to do was to create an agricultural foundation. They had to eat. You have to eat. And as I argued, within 3 months, they were able to feed themselves. How are they able to do that within 3 months to feed themselves? And Nigeria since 1960 has not been able to feed itself. So even in those agricultural matters, we could draw a lesson from that past. That you came with nothing, you brought some corns and aparishu and others, you planted them very rapidly, and you began to reap the reward such that there was no food scarcity. Not as much resources as we have today.